Be we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Hey, Shauna.
everyone.
Can you all hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you see us? I can see myself, so I guess that is a good sign that we are good to go.
I can see you too.
Definitely, everyone, show us some grace because this is definitely the first channel live.
It's
Yes, it
showtime.
is
Thank you,
showtime.
Lynn.
Absolutely, Lynn. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We are super excited, and I told Cindy when I messaged her that I was looking for someone to simply collaborate with on a regular basis and just kind of have some fun, just connect with someone on a weekly basis and just have this weekly fun. And I am so happy she said yes.
I would
But
start up at the top from before we came on.
absolutely. So, why don't we start off kind of just giving a little bit of an intro about ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and let you do the honors first, Cindy. That way, for
Oh,
anyone
gee,
that does
thanks.
not, well, for anyone that doesn't know of you yet, and definitely everyone, because we're streaming this on my channel, go ahead. We do have Cindy's channel link in the description section. So go ahead. If you're just a subscriber to me, go ahead and head over to Cindy's channel and go ahead and show her some love. But why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourself? Because you have an amazing story to
So,
tell and journey.
and it is on my channel. But anyway, so I am Cindy. I'm 65 years old. I started keto in September 2020. With a lot of persuasion from my sister Debbie, and I have lost 100 pounds, 101. I am off blood pressure meds after about 50 years on them. I have reversed pre-diabetes. My A1C last check a couple months ago was 5.1, and I just feel great. I have done stuff. Hi, Deb. I have done stuff that I never thought I could do. And I just feel better than I did in my 30s, 40s,
Mm.
for sure. It was a long road. I've had both knees replaced. I've
Oh,
had
wow.
gastric bypass surgery back in 2007, which I wish I had never done,
Oh,
and
gosh.
just a lot of stuff. Tried all the diets like everybody else, and you just get to a point where you give up, and you're just gonna live day to day and do what you want to do, and it was a rough go. When I had my second knee replaced, it got infected. I had to have two other
Oh,
surgeries after
wow.
that. It was rough, but I'm here. I'm good. Go to the gym
Yes.
3-4 days a week. Walk every day. I actually did, and I'm putting this in a video. Not the planks themselves, but I did a plank last night, and I was tickled to death that I could do it.
What? Look at
Couple
you.
seconds maybe, but that was
Look at you. My girlfriend is slaying it. Look at you. And that is why I love you so much, Cindy, because I'm telling you all, I want to be Cindy when I grow up because when I tell you, she does not make any excuses and she just continues to slay it. I absolutely love that because
well,
she's just out there living her best life and that's the way to do it.
yes. I left all the stress behind in New Hampshire when my husband and I moved to Kentucky and left the kids and grandkids back there.
No, that's
I miss them,
amazing.
but I don't miss the stress and the drama and all that stuff. No.
That is amazing. Just a
Yes.
short little information because for the most part, anyone that is here tonight definitely is a subscriber of mine. So they know a little bit about my journey already. But as far as for my weight loss journey, I have always struggled with weight from a very young age. I had somewhat of a traumatic childhood, so it was very easy for me to find food to be my comfort. So I was always an overweight child. As an adult, I did try to take control over the food and kind of just weight loss, but I did some like extreme, like just like you said, Cindy, fad diets. I did
Mhm.
some extreme fad diets. We're talking about from like cabbage soup to green smoothie cleanses and egg fast and probably, you name it, I probably did it. Um, because my main focus was weight loss. My main focus was what the scale said and not the healing. I did not have the right mentality because I had the fad diet mentality. But eventually, we actually ended up going on to keto only because my oldest son, he started getting seizures. We researched keto, found out that there was a small amount of seizure cases that were helped from keto. So that was January 2019 that we started keto. I currently, since January of this year, am carnivore only because I needed to do what was best for me. Unfortunately, there were some things, whether it was veggies or something else that I was having on keto, was causing me irritation. So I kind of had to do what was best for me and my body. So even though my family still they remain keto, I am currently carnivore. And just like Cindy, I definitely feel like I'm living my very best life, feel pain free, feel just happy, healthy, and I feel like my health is actually really, truly thriving.
And that's great because of what you went through in May. That was
Yes,
rough. That was scary for all of
absolutely.
us, including I'm sure your husband was scared to death.
Absolutely. No, I am definitely, definitely happy to progress from that because, yes, just as you're saying, it was definitely scary.
Yeah,
Very, very
I
scary.
can only imagine.
So we have Nicole here. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. We have Mary
Mary
T.
T.
Joyce Butler's giving you a hi,
Hi,
Cindy.
Joyce.
We have Susie.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, all. Hi, Sana and Cindy. Excited for tonight's live. Yes, we are super, super excited. Thank you so much, Lynn. You both look lovely tonight.
Thank
Thank you. Thank
you.
you. And thank you so much, Nicole, for linking here Cindy's channel to make that easy for everyone. And then we have Mission Keto. Love you both. And this is a
Hey,
super fun
Hope.
idea. And then here we have Heath. Hey, yo. Thank you so much, Heath. And for anyone that's not familiar with Hungry Heath, Heath, as well as his wife, Shelly, which is the warden, they actually have a live directly after ours. So their live goes, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly because of the time difference. So their live is going to go from 6:30 Central and it would be 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So definitely go ahead and show them some love. We definitely have a lot of fun on their lives as they cook some just yummy, delicious food. So everyone's just kind of saying hi to one
That's
another.
my sister.
Deb, thank you for being here and showing us some love. Everyone is just talking. And this is why I love the community because everyone just connects with each other, whether they know the person yet or not. Thank you so much, Heath, for mentioning to give a thumbs up. We definitely appreciate it. Sharon, hello,
Hi,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Good evening, ladies. Just hopping in for just a bit. No Wi Fi tonight. Wishing you both a great first live. Well, we thank you so much for being here, and we are so sorry about your Wi Fi not working. Definitely, when it comes to Wi Fi, it definitely has a temperament of its own.
Yes.
And then Lynn over here, Cindy showing off with her planks.
Oh, no. It was so brief. I made my husband grab a quick picture.
Oh, here Joyce is telling you, wait to go, Cindy. Absolutely. That's amazing. She's slaying it. I am telling you all, she is slaying it. Oh, it is Shelly because Heath is just now getting off work, FYI.
Hi, Shelley.
Oh, Mary T is telling you, so amazing for us older gals to find this way of life. We thought we were just getting old. Not true. Reverse aging. Way to go, Cindy.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mary
Because
is amazing. I met her
she
last
is.
year at Keto Palooza. Sadly, she's not going to be there this year. You
Oh,
will be missed,
no.
Mary, for sure.
No, she's definitely amazing because she is so supportive. The
Mhm.
amount of lives that I see Mary T on, she is just there for everyone in the community.
Yep.
All right, Hope's giving you all you got to do is start with the planks. Nice job, Cindy.
Thank you,
And
Hope.
Hope herself, she is killing it with the squats. So you all give them a check
The
out when it comes
squats,
to
the
Mission
push ups
Keto.
last month.
Yes,
My
she is
goodness.
killing it. I get tired just watching her on those
Thank you. I
shorts
tell
doing
her that
those
all the
squats.
time.
We moved away from our kids too, LOL.
Yeah.
Let's
Got to have some
see.
peace of mind. It's like there was so much drama at my
Oh,
house.
yeah. You need that peace of mind, though,
Nicole, like I
especially
said,
on this
101
journey.
pounds so far. I got about 25 I would like to lose. If I do, I do. If I don't, I know I'm way healthier than I was a couple years ago.
Yes.
And I feel good. So there's that.
And you look great.
Thank you.
So here, Susie's saying, love hearing about your healing journeys. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And then here we have El Strange Lisa. Hello, I can't stay. Squeezing in a couple hours of overtime. I just want to stop in and say good evening. Well, thank you for stopping in. We
Hello.
definitely appreciate you and hope you have a great rest of your couple hours of overtime. I definitely been there, done that, and I'm sure Cindy has as well.
In the past.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep. Those days are
Here's
long
Jonna.
gone.
Hey, you
Hi, Donna.
too. Mary T. I love you guys.
She's great.
Absolutely. Sharon, time to hop away. I'll be watching the replay. Bye, all. Thank you so much for being
Bye,
here.
Sharon. Thank
We
you.
definitely appreciate you for showing us some love.
Hey, Lee's in the house.
Yes, here's Lee. Hi, all popping in for a minute, watching on the TV.
Wow, we're
Thank you for
TV
being
stars.
here. I know, right? I know Heath and Shelly had told me one time that they watched me on their TV, and I was like, what? It's hard to believe that I'm actually on someone's TV.
Yep, I watched quite a few on there lately.
I have to head out in a few minutes for my live stream at 7, but I will leave the stream up in the background to give you the watch hours. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend, and best of luck on your live stream.
Have a good night, Nicole.
So, Cindy, do you have anything planned for the weekend?
I do not. I'm trying to get past the soreness from the gym this week.
Oh, I hear you.
We worked out Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with our trainer. My
Oh
husband
my
and I
gosh,
did.
wow.
Tuesday we worked on lower body. My thighs were burning after that. Wednesday we went and worked on core. My thighs were still hurting.
Oh my goodness. If you have a tub, I would try Epsom salt
Oh yeah.
because that really helped me. So here we have, how did you both know when you were fat adapted?
I really don't know.
Hmm,
I know when I started with keto. I'm mostly pretty much ketovore, carnivore-ish.
right.
But I was so strict right from the beginning. I stayed religiously under 20 carbs a day. So I'm sure But it went in pretty quick.
Right.
It started pretty quickly. Within, I had asked my doctor to check my A1C right when I was starting keto because I don't remember ever having it done prior to that. And
Okay.
it came back 5.8. When I went to the doctor and went over the results with him, he says, "I'm not worried about you." He said, because I'd already lost 20 pounds. And he's
Oh,
like, "You're
wow.
doing what you got to do."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not worried." A few months later, it was down to 5.4.
You
And
see?
now it's 5.1.
Because
So,
you were showing that consistent progress. So he knew
right.
whatever you were doing, you were on the right track.
So I really don't know how to answer that. I don't know what it would feel like to be fat adapted.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time.
Right. So for
So
me, I want to say it's pretty much similar. So as far as I want to say I kind of really truly felt fat adapted because just like you, I really was clean keto when I first started and I was strictly tracking everything.
I still
And
do.
the pounds were
Mhm.
just falling off, like
Mhm.
melting off like I can't tell you.
Yeah.
To the point that in 15 months, I had lost 101 pounds in 15 months. So it's kind of just the way that I felt that even though I was tracking, I felt like satiated. Um, my clothes were definitely not fitting very early
Yeah.
on. It's kind of like I just had to go through a complete closet clean out and I had to go to thrift store because at the rate that I was losing weight, I mean, there was no way I was buying brand new clothes only to wear them for what? How long? Maybe like a month if even. So, no, most definitely. I really truly feel like probably I would say probably within like the first 2 months, I would say, because that's when things really started rapidly. Um, my body started having a lot of weight loss as well as,
Mhm.
a lot of healing going on. So I would say within the first 2 months is really kind of when things probably kicked in to fat adaptation, but I did not do any of the testing. Um, so Cindy, do you do any of the testing, like when it comes to checking your ketones or anything like that in the beginning?
In the beginning, no. I
Yeah.
have since then I've gotten a keto mojo and I check every once in a while. Um, like what I fasted like 70 hours a couple weeks
Hmm.
ago and my
Right.
ketones got up to 4.4. They were just crazy. But I'm usually around zero point 0.5, zero point 0.6 all the time, unless
Okay.
I'm fasting. And I intermittent fast every day. I never eat
Mm.
breakfast. I eat breakfast,
Yes.
but I never eat breakfast.
Right.
And
I'm the same way.
I'm never hungry then. We usually break our
Yes.
fast about 1 or 2.
That's like me.
And,
Yeah.
and then we'll eat like we haven't had dinner. Not, I'm not hungry. I mean, I had a
Right.
steak and some bacon and eggs for breakfast at two
Yeah.
o'clock. And since then, I've made hard boiled eggs. I've made bread. I've got, you know, and bacon for ongoing. I cooked 2 pounds of bacon today.
You
But
say
so, it's like what they tell you when you're hungry, eat. When you're not, don't.
exactly.
Try not to graze. Don't snack.
Right.
Don't. And that's the hardest thing for me,
Yeah.
especially nights. If I don't just make myself go to bed, it's
Right.
trouble. It is just
Yeah.
trouble. But,
Right. It's true because
there's worse
sometimes,
things I could be doing.
exactly. Because in your household, it's not like you have the SAD diet. So for anyone that's not familiar, when people say SAD within the community, it's standard American diet. We don't have any of those foods in our house anymore.
Oh, I
So
did in
even
the
if
beginning.
in the
I
beginning, but
definitely did in the
now
beginning.
I'm sure you don't.
Oh no. I was cooking for 7 people
Oh,
when
wow.
I started keto. I was the only one doing
Oh,
keto.
wow.
I
Oh
was
my
it.
gosh,
My
wow.
husband wasn't even doing it. My son and his kids and my husband, they wanted potatoes. I made them potatoes,
Yeah.
rice, all the junk,
Yeah.
and I just didn't eat it. I'd cook it, but I wouldn't eat it. I did all the cooking, and it was like, okay. So I mean, it's I hear people all the time, well, I'm the only one in house keto. How do
Yeah.
you do this? You just
I
don't eat it.
know.
Just don't eat it.
Yeah.
Prepare it for them, whatever they want,
Right.
and eat what, and then make the meats and the veggies that you know you can eat, and everything else, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because
If I was
it
the
really
only
wasn't
one,
hard for me.
yeah, I would have to meal plan.
Mhm.
I would really have to meal plan. That way I had something always readily available. That way I would not, be able to have my mentality succumb to whatever was there, like carb wise.
I'm telling you, we was always
Yeah.
bread in the house. There was
Mm.
always crackers. These are things that I loved,
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
loved.
Yeah.
And, like I said, if they wanted potatoes and rice, I cooked it for them because I didn't want anybody around me when I was
Right.
cooking. But the meats, I always made stuff that I could eat. The vegetables, I made what I could eat. So we
Oh
all
yeah.
sat down to dinner together and we all ate. I ate what I could
Yeah.
and what I wanted. They ate everything else. A couple weeks after
Wow.
I started, my husband said, I want to try it. I was
You
never so
see?
pleased because he's type 1 diabetic. And it has done so much good for him
That's
just following along.
amazing.
So, yeah.
That's amazing because it's showing that you truly led by example.
Yep.
And I think that's, the way to do it because, even with you mentioning that others in the household were not on keto, that's another question a lot of people ask is how do I get my family members to be keto too?
Can't.
You can't. It's just
Nope.
like any other addiction. The person has to want to change themselves.
Yep. I have a son
It's
that
the
has
best way to
Crohn's.
do it. Oh,
My oldest son
yeah.
has Crohn's, and I have tried talking to him so many times.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing what my doctor says. And I said, where is
Right.
that getting you? In and out of the
Exactly.
hospital, surgery after surgery,
Right.
blockage after blockage. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not getting you anywhere.
Yeah.
I said, but
One of
you
my
do
sisters
you,
has it.
because
Yeah. She
that's
suffers a
it.
lot too, and it's
Hmm.
it's it's an ugly, ugly illness. They
Yep.
go through excruciating pain, but still, yeah, nope. She sees me leading example, but
Hmm.
she won't change her ways.
Yep. So, it's like, well, I told you my sister Debbie got me started,
Yeah.
and we have two other sisters. They didn't want to join in, and they do what they do. And
Right.
so far, so good. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. So
Can't change people.
we
Can't.
do have a unique question here,
Yep.
and we actually can give two different perspectives because with me being carnivore for almost next month, it's going to be 8 months. But then we also could have the difference of keto when it comes to. So let's get this first part here. How was your sleep on keto?
I I am an insomniac as a rule. I have really have a try. I take melatonin to help me
Oh,
sleep.
okay.
However, last August I did beef, butter, bacon, and eggs
Oh, okay.
strictly, no
Hmm.
sweeteners, and I've never given up my diet Pepsi throughout the whole journey except that month, and I slept like a baby. Since
Wow. You
then,
see?
sleeping has been overall much better. I
Oh,
sleep about
okay.
8-9 hours a night most of the time.
Oh, that's
So
amazing
it's
though.
good.
Yeah, that's
Before
really
that,
good.
3 or 4 hours, that was it. I was up and that was it.
Oh, yeah.
Or I couldn't go to sleep till like 2:30 in the morning. And but now it's great. It's great.
That's amazing.
Yes.
As far as for me on carnivore, the sleep has been amazing. Like I can definitely tell you when I first started off with Triple B and E in January, I want to say probably by like the beginning of the third week, oh my goodness, like I was sleeping super early because I'm the type that, when my kids go to sleep, because I have two boys, one is going to be 15 in October, the other one's 6 years old. So when they go to bed, I was taking care of things in the house. That was my time to kind of get things done in the house when they were asleep. I could not do that. I could not keep that routine because my body was like, no, like I am ready for sleep. So I went from being someone that was up until like sometimes like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I would be up. Now, no, by literally the only time I stay awake is for Hungry Heath for their Friday Night Live. I would say only on Fridays do I stay up late. Sometimes like 11 p.m. is, how late sometimes the lives go for my time for Eastern time. But other than that, I'm in bed early, like super, super early. And just like you, I'm hitting almost sometimes like 9, 10 hours of sleep
That's good. That's good.
because it's just my body is just, I don't have anything keeping me up. It's kind of like my mind has this sort of peace now and this calm, and
Mhm.
my body is just feeling good. So it's not like I'm having any aches and pain, that are keeping me awake, or I don't wake up in the middle of the night. Previously before, I used to wake up in the middle of the night because I used to get a lot of like leg cramps. No, not anymore. I sleep like fully through the night, and I actually have a Fitbit watch. So it tracks, my sleep. It tracks, how much deep sleep I'm getting. And
Yeah, mine
you
does too.
see, so it's been a huge, big improvement when it comes to sleep. On keto, I would say on keto, I mean, my sleep was not as good as carnivore.
Mhm.
So definitely like Cindy noticed a difference when she did triple B and E. I noticed the difference from keto to carnivore. So on keto, I still had insomnia. I still kind of was a night owl. Um, so I hardly was getting any sleep. At the most, I probably was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep on keto.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's cover this next part here. Any improvements or interesting changes?
Well, those were the improvements. Better sleep. When I went from keto to mostly ketovore, and this
Yeah,
month I'm trying to do carnivore. It's like you know, it is what it is. I've really tried with Ready Set Keto. I've tried to go
right.
along with them this month, and it's been a little challenging. Not as
Yeah,
challenging as the BBB and E was for me,
right.
but this has been a real challenge. So, because I like stuff,
I actually heard
I like
someone, I
stuff.
think it was on Facebook, but they called it Carney Close. And that's the
Running
first I
close.
ever heard of it referred to as Carney Close. So that was kind of like a cute little name on it. But
That's
yeah,
pretty
because
much ketovore. Carney close.
exactly, because they still like to incorporate a lot of keto items,
Mhm.
and some of the stuff don't qualify as keto or ketovore, so they call it carny close. So I thought it was a cute little spin on the name. But that's pretty much the same. So any improvements or interesting changes, I would definitely say my mental health. Because on keto, I did go through about starting my second year, getting into keto, kind of the ending of my second year. I did go through mental health. I did go through like a deep, dark depression and anxiety. So I would say on keto, even getting professional help for that, it still was very, very difficult. So I can definitely tell you something about carnivore definitely helped that last little bit. So definitely there was a difference in my body. Can I truly say, oh, carnivore healed that? I'm not a healthcare professional. But
Neither am I.
then
We'll put that
again,
right out there.
yes. But then again, there was something about carnivore that allowed my mental health to heal because on keto, it was not able to. So definitely on carnivore, I truly felt like there was a big, big weight lifted off of me. So I would say that was my most interesting change, along with being pain free, because I did start to get some pains on keto. And within my third week of being triple B and E, I was pain free. I had problems of limited mobility and I had full mobility by the time I got to the beginning of week 3. So definitely it
Now,
was a huge, huge, interesting change.
yes. Now, changes for me personally, there
Right.
really weren't that many, other than the weight loss and being able to move better. You know, the non-scale
Oh,
victories
yeah.
that we get. Um, but for my husband now, he was going through a bout of depression. He had fallen in 2018, had to
Oh, yeah.
retire from his job of 30 years. There was just a lot going on with him. Still trying to get him to get on here and tell his
I
story,
know.
but oh, he's exasperating. But he um he would sit outside for hours, take our dog out on the leash and just sit there and just stare. When he started keto, it just keto. Within a
Yeah.
couple weeks, he had his energy back. He
Wow.
felt better. And now that I'm doing carnivore, he pretty much eats what I'm eating because I cook. So,
Oh, yeah.
if he wants some vegetables, I'll fix it for him, whatever. I very rarely do vegetables as a rule because I feel better without them.
Right.
But I enjoy my keto sweets too much, too much. Anyhow, but
I hear
he's
you.
way better. He's so much better. And I mean, he's been stepping away from the computer a lot more and working in the garage. You know, he makes those pens and he does other woodworking stuff
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's just been straight up staying
And they're
busy.
beautiful. You have
Oh
it
yeah,
still linked in your description, right, for each
I do.
video?
Yep.
Yeah, you all go
Our
check out
Etsy shop that
Brian.
screwed
Yes.
us over.
Check out I'm gonna do a shameless plug for him because it is beautiful. Cindy showed me a picture of the pen that her husband hand makes. And
Oh
I
yeah.
was blown away because to me, I thought she was showing me a picture of like something antique that she purchased. And I was shocked when she told me that her husband made it. And I said, oh my goodness, like this looks like something that is just antique. And it almost had like an antique vintage look to it.
That
So,
three-piece set that we just
yes.
sold,
Oh, it was
it's
beautiful.
probably
Absolutely
on your
beautiful.
it's probably on our chat.
Probably.
So wherever.
So definitely go ahead and check it out. You will find it in one of her video descriptions for Brian's Etsy shop there.
Yeah,
Lynn
it's
is
by Brian
asking
and
you,
Cindy dot
perfect.
Etsy.com. But
Lynn is asking you, hey Cindy, are you and Brian coming to the indie meetup in October? I'm pretty sure Sana can't be there. Maybe someday.
we certainly are. I've already
Oh,
sent my
okay.
money in and ready to go.
She's ready to
Yes.
go.
I love them. It's just so great to see people.
Mm,
Hey, Dustin.
that's awesome.
Hi, Shauna.
Aw, Joyce, thank you. She said she was going to make her Friday video, but she could not miss our first live. Oh, thank you
That's
so much for
awesome,
the
Joyce.
support.
Thank you so much.
Shelly
I
had
get it,
Crohn's.
Shelly.
Oh, slash UC and have been in remission for 4 years ever since I went keto. Yes,
I wish you
definitely.
could slap my son around a little
Right.
bit because he's
Definitely,
crazy.
everyone, go and check out. Shelly does videos as well. So you would see both of their journeys on the channel of Hungry Heath. But Shelly does the Warden reports, which I
That's
absolutely
great.
love because in her videos, it is so personal, and when you're watching her videos, it's like you're truly learning about her. And it's almost truly like you are becoming friends, with this person that you're watching. But she gets and which I love because you're the same way, Cindy, but we like to get very transparent about our journeys
Mhm.
because I feel like transparency is so important because when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you don't realize who you might be inspiring by sharing, by being raw. You might be helping, even if it's that one person, you might be helping them
Well, I'll tell you,
And
after hearing
yeah,
repeatedly, Dr. Barry, tell your stories, tell your stories. Everybody has a
absolutely.
story to tell.
Right.
And I mean, I tossed the idea of starting a channel around so many times. And I
Oh,
talked to my
yeah.
husband. I'm like, I don't know. I would talk to Debbie. I don't know. I don't know what to do. And then I just, all right, I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah. It
And
was the same for
the
me.
the
Yeah,
thing was, if I can help one person
absolutely.
prevent them from some of the stuff I had done,
Yeah.
then it's all worth it. It's like
Amen. I feel the same
totally worth
way.
it.
But definitely go ahead and show them some love over there at Hungry Heath, and definitely check out Shelly's the Warden Reports, because you will see her speak about this story of why she ended up going keto, and it's a beautiful story. I'm an emotional person, so I cried when I heard her story.
Always, always.
I'm exactly like you, Cindy. Prior to my son starting keto, I made him whatever he wanted. I had no issue with it either. And that's amazing, because that is showing that your mentality has changed, because now you have willpower that you probably didn't even know you were capable of having.
It's
But
between
here,
willpower and
yes,
determination. Having
exactly.
the right mindset and being determined, you can do
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Oh,
Anything.
yeah. You become
So,
unstoppable.
yeah.
No, absolutely. Because, I have so many people ask me, even with carnivore, because they think it's so restrictive. And they'll ask me sometimes. And I had some that came out the blue and tried to accuse me that, oh, you're not being truthful, that I'm sure you've slipped up. No. Like, when you go through being sick, like I was sick,
Mhm.
especially with the mental health. And I'm not afraid to tell anyone I was suicidal. Like, it was a bad, bad mental health.
Yeah.
So for me, when that is gone, just that component alone, when you have that non-scale victory where you see your life has a value, you can't have a better non-scale victory. It's like,
Yes.
why? For the sake of having whatever standard American diet foods, just for a moment. Why? Why would I undo all these healing that I've accomplished? For me, it's not worth it. It's not worth for me getting sick again. And, I'm not just talking about the body, I'm talking about mentally. Why would I want to mentally be sick again? It's not worth it. But just as you're saying, it's the mentality, along with
Yeah.
the willpower, your mentality, if you allow it to, it can be so strong to not succumbing to those foods ever again.
Right. I got to tell you, when my husband and I first moved to Kentucky,
Yeah.
we went to Logan's Roadhouse for dinner, and they bring the rolls to
Okay.
the table. And I'm going to tell
Oh,
you,
wow.
bread is a weakness.
Yes.
And I ate one of those rolls, and oh my God, they were so
Oh,
good. And I'm like,
no.
oh, and I was fine. I was fine.
Wow.
The next time we went, I ate two of them. I got so sick. It was
Oh,
like, all
no.
right. So now it's like, don't bring them to the table because I will eat
Right?
them because they are
Yeah.
that good. Then I looked up the carb count on one
Oh,
56
gosh.
grams of carbs
Oh,
for
my
one of
goodness.
those rolls. I'm like, I just shot myself in the foot
Yeah.
for a couple days eating one of their two of those. When we
Wow.
just went on vacation to New Hampshire to visit the grandkids and the kids and my in-laws, on the way back, I was going to do a video saying that keto ruined my taste buds because I'm telling you, we got a hotel on the way back, and right next door was a Cracker Barrel. So we went over there to eat because we hadn't eaten dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. And my husband's sugars were low. So he needed to eat
All right. Yeah.
some carbs. He needed to eat some. I said, well, all right, we'll get the cornbread and the biscuits. So we each had one of each. I cut a piece of cornbread in half, put some butter on it, took a bite. It was like, ooh.
Oh
And I
no,
love
yeah.
that stuff. I did. I used to.
Wow.
Same way with the biscuit. I'm like, all right, they must have done something weird to their stuff because I couldn't eat them.
You're like, did they change the recipe since
What
I
did they
last ate
do?
this?
The next day, finishing up the trip home, we stopped at Bob Evans, and I said, "Now I
Yeah.
know they have good biscuits." And the
Oh
same
wow.
thing. I put butter on it, took a bite. I said, "I can't."
Yeah.
It was like it ruined it for me. It
Yeah.
totally ruined it.
Yeah. And that's the other fear that I have, that I'm gonna end up eating something and it's not even going to be good. And here I would have got
You
myself
won't care about
sick.
it then. That
Yeah, I would have got myself sick for something that tasted horrible. Like it was not worth my time of
Well,
getting
see,
sick
they didn't make me
over.
sick this time. The only
Oh,
reason eating
wow.
2 of those rolls did
Yeah.
is because I have a form of hypoglycemia as a result of my gastric
Okay.
bypass. If
Oh,
I eat a
right,
lot of
right.
carbs,
Yes.
my sugar, but I have
Yeah.
to produce so much insulin
So much right.
that my blood sugar drops ridiculously.
Yes, with the hypo, yeah.
Right.
'Cause the
So
hypo would be low, the hyper would be high, yeah.
right. So,
Wow.
that's just another reason for me to stay on track.
Yeah.
The first time it didn't bother me because I had enough protein to offset that. Because I had a steak and I offset it. The second time
Alright,
I had a
yeah.
chicken salad that had maybe 5 pieces of chicken in it and all vegetables.
Wow.
It was like, there's more carbs. And then I ate 2 of the rolls, which was way more carbs. So
Yes. Oh my
yeah, I was sick
goodness.
after. So, it's
Wow.
like, but that's why. I mean, not sick to my stomach, sick because my sugars dropped.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
with the cornbread and the biscuits, that was such a disappointment. It was like, but then it was a victory too because I know I don't want them again.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's all right. But it
Very
does
true.
definitely change your taste buds. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
always thought that's just so crazy. But it's so true.
It is, 'cause we really, truly,
Thank
we
you, Susie.
heal and we thrive. Yes, thank you so much, Susie. Oh, Shauna is here.
Hey,
Hi, hi,
Shauna.
popping in from Scrapbook Weekend Central. Enjoy yourself, have fun, and
Yes.
also happy birthday, Shauna.
Oh, I'm not singing, but happy birthday.
Yes. Oh, so Shelly's saying that's what Heath has always called his version, Carney
Carney
Close.
clothes.
Yes, I love that because it's a whole spin on it because I've heard like carnivore-ish. I've heard a lot in the
Mhm.
community. Or what was the other one that I've heard? When people say animal based, or they'll call it keto carnivore instead of ketovore, they'll say
Right.
keto carnivore. Oh, and then
It's all a
here,
ketogenic way of eating. So,
hiya
it's
birthday
like,
girl.
you know,
It's true because really truly, you know, and this was a topic you and I were going to cover too.
yes.
So we can kind of get into our topic here, but we were going to discuss when it comes to negativity in the community. Because for whatever reason, you have carnivores against vegans, you got vegans against carnivores, but then you have an even sillier keto against carnivore and carnivore against keto.
Or carnivore
Why?
against ketovore, carnivore against
Why?
anything.
Why? Why?
Or you
Why?
got the diehard carnivores against the ones that are a little lackadaisical and eating cheese. God
Yes.
forbid. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's part of what my video was about that I put up
Yeah.
today.
For me, the way I feel about it, and I know Cindy, you have similar mentality, is you need to do what is best for your body. You
Yeah.
have to. And I had fear, I'm not going to lie, being, that sick, because I started to get sick around like the 16-month mark of keto. I was nervous to go carnivore. I was so nervous to go carnivore because of how dogmatic some make it seem. And I was afraid because I'm the type of person, I am so careful of who I associate myself with. It put fear in me because I did not want to associate myself
I feel
with
special.
I'm telling you, I was flat out scared because I did not want to be labeled as someone that would attack anyone. Because for
Yes.
me, the only time that I would probably say anything to a vegan is if they came full attack on me. And I've had comments, best believe, oh my gosh, on my meal videos showing meat for every single meal. Yeah, I've had some comments, but I would reply to them, how is this affecting you and your body, what I choose to eat and what I choose to put in mine?
Mhm.
I don't attack them back. For me, what is that doing for me? That's not
It's
doing
just so
anything
much
for me.
easier. It's so much easier to block them, delete them, and just
That's
go
the
on with your
thing.
day. Because
And
I
that's
have,
that's honestly what I've started to do because in the
yep,
beginning I was responding, with just that question, how does this bother you? But for me, I don't have time to put my energy towards that. It's like for what?
right.
Here I've healed my mentality. Every single day, I have to focus to keep it healed. Just because it's healed does not mean, oh, everything's better. I could just claim complete mental, healing. No, I'm a work in progress still very much.
Right. We
So
all
for
are.
me,
That's ongoing.
that's the thing. And you have to be, you have to feel like you always still consistently have room for growth. You
Well,
know,
this is a way of life. It's not
yes,
a one-time diet, get to your goal weight, quit.
right.
'Cause then you're going to be right back with those extra 100 pounds back
Exactly.
on, like we've done so many times on that
Oh
roller
yeah.
coaster dieting. That until you get in that mind frame that this is forever, you're not ready.
Right, exactly. No, that is exactly the way I feel. Shauna's given you a higher.
Hi there.
Oh, so for me, the arthritis in behind my kneecap doesn't hurt anymore after my doctor telling me that they could do nothing for it. Oh yeah,
Shows
and
how
that
much
story is
they
very
know. You did
common.
it
Yup,
yourself.
that story right there is very, very common.
Hmm.
Because even when it came to my son with his seizures, that was something I will never forget. Till the day I die, I will never forget his seizure episodes because I literally had to climb on top of him to make sure to open his mouth, to pry it open for him to breathe, because otherwise he would get into a seizure and he would be clamped down on his tongue sticking out. So I was afraid he was going to like bite off his tongue. That's
Right.
how severe like it was. So the doctors would
Where?
not do anything.
We are way behind.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
seeing Dustin came in.
Dustin,
Dawn
hello,
just popped in, but
hello.
she's working.
Oh, we're not doing so bad.
No,
So I watched the video of him making one beautiful work. Yes, Brian does absolutely beautiful, beautiful work. Everyone is saying hello. I'm cooking butter bob chicken. Oh, yes. Did you ever hear about butter bob, Cindy?
no.
He no longer does any content, but yeah, he was really, really big in the carnivore community. And I came across him when I was on keto, but he just decided to no longer create content anymore, but he got a lot of attack and a lot of hate from the vegan community, and
Yeah,
I don't
the
know if it
worst
was
I've
that.
gotten, I haven't gotten any comments from any vegan community, but the worst I got is somebody said, "Nobody cares, grandma."
Oh my
And I'm
gosh.
like, "Well, I'm sure somebody does."
And
Delete.
it's like my same feelings about your comment.
I don't care either.
Everyone's saying happy birthday to Shauna. Happy birthday. So Shauna, she likes Ketovore.
Yeah.
It's a great balance, and right now, can I say right now that I will be on carnivore for the rest of my life? No. And, I think that some probably need to come out of that mentality because we cannot say today that anything is going to be forever. We cannot. I
You're
mean,
right. There's if you think that way, it's not going to be sustainable. Not
exactly.
to mention, you're going to get to a point like
Yeah,
I have maintained this 100-pound weight loss for a year.
you
So I'm
see,
like right there. So I need to mix things up. I need to do some crazy things to lose this other 20 some pounds.
that's the thing,
Shame on you, Mary.
right? Should we
Just
block her
kidding.
now?
No.
I'm eating garden veggies right now, seasonal eating, and that is perfect because when it
Yeah.
comes to seasonal eating, that is the best of the best. Cauliflower, broccoli, zucchini. I eat less veggies in winter. We are all in this together. Keto, ketovore, carnivore. Absolutely. Because, it's there's so much hate in society. Why are we bringing hatred in this?
That's crazy.
It's hard enough on
That's
this
why I wanted to
journey.
bring that up because it makes me
Yes.
crazy.
When Cindy suggested for us to discuss that, I said absolutely. Like I was all for it because for me, I was fed up. And I'm going to tell you right now, there were channels that I had to unsubscribe to because for me, I'm not going to support that nonsense. I'm just not. It's not necessary. It's not necessary to attack anyone. And then it got to the point where I was seeing other carnivore channels attacking other carnivore channels. And it's not easy having a YouTube channel. It takes a lot of work, especially you have your own life, you have your personal life, and then you have the love and passion for this, for the creating the content, connecting with everyone in the community. But then again, it's a passion, it's a love. And if you're getting attacked from someone, are you going to have that same feeling of
You know,
continuously having that love and passion? It's like someone is trying to, be a killjoy,
with
basically.
that, you just have to take it with a grain of salt, delete
Exactly.
them and move on
And move on.
and
Yes.
enjoy your life because they're just one person. There's
Absolutely.
so many people out there like Miss Dawn from Dawn Does Keto. She
Right?
is a fantastic person, as is Dustin and Mary and Joyce and all the ones I've met.
Yeah.
They've been great.
And that's the beauty of this is because thankfully the good outdoes all of the bad.
Exactly.
So that is the beauty of it. But Joyce, yes, you are so true. Everyone has their body way of eating. Absolutely. And that's the unique thing about this. And that is why, I love that I was able to go from keto, discovering keto no longer worked for me, and then knowing carnivore was an option.
You did
Because
beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for a while too,
I
didn't you?
did. I did it for
Yeah.
60 days. So for me, only because like I did have issues on keto,
Mhm.
I went into beef, butter, bacon, and egg as an elimination. And that was the other thing because there is a lot of negativity in the community because some want to do it as a challenge. But for me, why? Unless you need to eliminate and find out what your body is getting irritated, or if you discovered you were having a plateau with your healing, there could be numerous reasons why you got led to this
Mhm.
elimination way of eating when it comes to beef, butter, bacon, and egg. So for me, it was really important for me not to do it as a challenge. I could not, dedicate it to any channel doing a challenge. I had to simply do it from an elimination way of eating. And I felt amazing.
Well, see,
Even
when I
reintroducing
did it, sorry,
spices, I've
go
been
ahead.
fine.
When I did it last year,
Yeah.
I didn't do it along with anybody else. I challenged myself to see if I could do that without the diet soda. And that
Oh, okay.
was there were no sweeteners whatsoever for the month. And it was hard, but I did it. 31 days. I did it.
See?
And
Yeah.
but I didn't do it along with anyone else. I was like, you know, it's okay. But and
Right?
I don't have any problems with food on of any kind. Unfortunately, I sometimes I wish I did. I
Did you
have no
incorporate them
problems.
back? The diet sodas?
I did.
You
It's
did?
back. It's definitely back.
Do you
I cut
notice a
back on it
difference
again. No,
between Oh, okay.
like I said, I
Yeah,
drank it all the way through and lost 100
right.
pounds.
You see?
You know, so when I stopped it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to bring it
Yeah,
back because I missed it. You
yeah.
know,
And
and
that's the
I didn't
important
do what
thing,
other
right?
other people were suggesting, do
Right.
one thing at a time and da da da.
Yeah.
I ate what I wanted when I came off of that. It's like, whether it
For
was keto
me, I
chow
could
or
not.
whatever.
For me, I could not, only because I was sick
Mhm.
prior to getting into it. So for me, I need to be able to pinpoint what was making
Right,
me sick. So I had to go about it with that mentality that I really needed to heal. So
right.
that is why I had to be kind of like so strategic in doing like the one ingredient at a time.
Reintroducing things.
Exactly,
See,
with the
luckily, I didn't.
reintroduction.
Luckily, I mean, I wasn't sick before I started keto. I was just really overweight. You know,
Right.
I felt good. My blood work was okay. It was everything
Yeah.
was okay except my weight. And
Dustin.
but I was like, I'm just going to eat what I want, and I didn't have any issues with anything. Whether it was like I said, keto chow, um, beef, chicken, fish, it didn't matter.
Oh
Vegetables,
yeah.
I could take them or leave them. Occasionally, I want a salad, I'll eat a salad, but I'm gonna make sure I have enough protein either
Right.
in that salad or next to it. And I eat that first, and then if I'm still hungry, I'll eat the salad.
No, yeah, I hear you. But
Mhm.
here's Dawn.
I know, she's so sweet, so sweet.
Hello, friends. I'm working, so can't really chat, but wanted to say hi and that I'm listening. Love you all. Thank you so much. It means so much to us, especially I will say for larger channels. I absolutely wholeheartedly appreciate, and I know Cindy feels the same way, for you to come and support us channels, still trying to thrive and grow. We absolutely appreciate you all. So thank you so much for
Real quick,
stopping
Sana,
by. Yes.
Dustin made a comment about his dog. You got to read. I know we're getting short on time, and I wanted to
Yes.
say hi to Tom Garvey that just popped
Hi.
in. Yep.
Our dog stepped on her own tongue last night. She was so confused as to why she couldn't move her head because she was standing on her own tongue. It was the craziest thing I've seen. Oh my goodness. That
You
must
should
be
have
a
got a video
long
of that one,
tongue.
Dustin.
All right, so Hungry Heat, they're going to go and set up. They are making salmon tonight. I cannot wait to see it. And here is Tom.
Yes.
Hello, friend. What going on here? Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for showing us some love. We appreciate you. And Dawn is right. Yes, BB&E can just be a reset. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is truly what I feel. With it being an elimination, yes, it definitely allows you to kind of start with a clean slate.
That's awesome, Joyce. I gave it up for a couple years after my gastric bypass, and I was like, I don't know why I reintroduced it, but
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I don't like either one of those. So
Yeah.
this is my go-to. That's
Well, and it's not irritating you, so you do you.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it, so I just leave it. Yeah, and for me, I grew up in a strict household, so it's like we didn't really have beverages purchased. Um, it was kind of the way it was.
Yeah.
So we grew up on water and that was it. That was that. So I it was a silver lining, I guess, because now, that's my primary drink is water. Like even right here, I have my soda stream with my sparkling, and I'm fine with that. That's what I drink all day. I was a hardcore coffee drinker
I
when
do
I
have
was
water.
working.
in my cup.
You see? Drinks well with others.
That's right. It's water. But
Awesome, awesome. So everyone, I definitely don't want to make anyone to be late for hopping in for Hungry Heath's live that's going to take place right now. But what's your final word, Cindy?
I want to say, first of all, thank you for those of you that came by and spent time with us. This is fun, and I'm looking forward to more of them. If anyone would like to join us, let Sana or I know for a night, an hour of entertainment, basically. But that would
Right,
be
as we get
fun.
more comfortable with this.
Yes, yes.
Thank you
Next
so much for
week,
being here, Lynn.
we're going to be on my channel, and we're supposed to have Wendy and Harry with us from Loving It on Keto. So
Yes,
I'm hoping so.
yes. And I
And I
absolutely
got
appreciate you all
confirmation
for being
that
here.
Neely is willing to join us at one point. That'll be fun too.
Yeah, so we have a lot of exciting things in the works, and we are
Yes.
super, super excited. And we are so happy to get our first done and out the way. And thank you so much for all of you being here. I know you guys can choose to do anything on your Friday night, but spending an hour with us, we wholeheartedly appreciate you all. We love you all. And most
Yes.
definitely head to Cindy's channel. If you are not subscribed already, go ahead and give her a subscribe. Go ahead and show her some love and head on over to her live tab. That way you can click that notify me for that future Friday next week video with Loving It on Keto. We would love to see you all there.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be live on someone else's video next Saturday. So that's interesting. But make
Yes,
sure
you got
you
a
hit
lot
the
of
like
exciting
button
things
on the
coming
way
up.
out for Sana. And I'm going to go into it and hit the like button when I get off here. And thank you, Mary.
Thank
This
you
has
so
been great.
much.
That's been great.
We absolutely love and appreciate you all. Take care, friends. Until
Have
next
a good
week.
night. Bye.
Bye bye.